Less than an hour trading and 1.51% profit on my capital. I got home too late to trade the red news event that happened at 12:30 London time today, but decided to sit down and take a few trades while I had time and ended up walking away with plus 37 pips. Please remember to hit subscribe and click on the bell. You'll get the heads up as and when these new videos are posted. Right, let's get straight over to the charts. Almost forgot, if you'd like to find out more about the way that we trade at the Price Action Traders Institute, you can check it all out on my website, which is www.uk2asia.com. Okay, over to the charts. Just sat down in front of the charts. The time is 12:56. I didn't get home in time. I was hoping to get home in time to see the red news event, although looks like that didn't do a great deal at all. So one trade I'm holding at the moment, the pound US dollar. Got in this on momentum trade just a few seconds ago, just below that 50 level there. And so that's the only trade I'm holding at the moment. Flicking through the charts, doesn't seem to be a great deal of price action going on right now. But I'll keep flicking through and see if there's any changes and see if there's any other trades that I can get in. Okay, I'll pause the video for now and get myself settled, and I shall be back soon with an update for you. Okay, just seen another entry point here. I've just taken the pound Japanese yen, again a momentum trade. Was looking for this price action to move up into this 54 area, which is what we needed before I could actually act on a trade here. It's gone through that and pulled back, and it's given me the opportunity to jump on board with this one. Like I say, a momentum trade. So holding the pound Japanese yen and the pound US dollar, both momentum trades, and looking for that further upside movement. Okay, I'll pause again and be back soon. Back again, seeing these pound pairs pulling way back now. So pound US dollar took a full stop on that, losing 10 pips, and the pound Japanese yen losing 12 pips on that, again pulling way back. Holding no other trades at the moment. I'll pause the video again and I'll be back soon with an update for you. Okay, back to show you this New Zealand dollar US dollar trade I've just taken as it's come through an entry point. Looking for further upside movement on this. I've bought this. Set my take profit for the time being up at this 50 level. We'll see what this does. Seeing a bit of weakness in the US dollar right now, so hoping that that continues and pushes this one up. And there's been a little bit of strength in the Australian dollar pairs. Not a great deal, but there's a little bit there. So a lot of the time we see the New Zealand dollar mirroring that, just trading along with whatever the Australian dollars you're doing. So there you are, just the one trade open at the moment, New Zealand dollar, US dollar, and taking it long, looking for further upside movement. Okay, pause again, be back soon. Okay, back with an update, seeing a big move on the pound right now, although the way the pound's been going just recently, it's nothing to go by. It's been all over the place for the last year, maybe more. But so at the moment, pound US dollar, I've taken this on a re-entry as it's come through that 50 level, looking for further upside movement, and the pound Japanese yen, taking this at 0.0 as it's come through a re-entry level. So again, looking for these two to go up. If I get stopped out on these this time, I probably won't be taking any more trades on the pound through this session. So it's pretty volatile at the moment, as we've seen. Big swings, big moves to the upside and then straight down to the downside. So let's see how it goes anyway. Looking for this to move out of this area, give me a bit of profit where I can actually lock in, break even, or maybe even a couple of pips, just to safeguard myself against the price pulling back again. But for now, hanging on to those two trades and still holding that New Zealand dollar, US dollar, still seeing a little bit of weakness on that US dollar, pushing it up a little bit. So that's where we are at the moment. And again, I'll pause for a while and I'll be back soon with an update for you. Back with an update, seeing this strength in the pound continuing and also the weakness in the US dollar, pushing that GU up quite nicely. Level that's reached now, I can lock in a couple of pips on that. Just locking 2 pips in for now, in case it spins around and comes back. Pound Japanese yen, starting to see that push up now. The Japanese yen was holding it a little while ago, seeing a little bit of strength in Japanese yen, but that seems to be reversing now. And with this, I'm going to lock in break even. Playing safe with these, because these pound pairs at the moment are just horrendously volatile. If you get the moves, great, but they can just as easily swing round and take you out again. So not taking any more chance on losing anything else on these pound pairs today. See how that goes. If it comes up through that 20, then I'll lock in a little bit more, probably lock in about 6 pips or something like that. And the New Zealand dollar, US dollar, again on the US dollar weakness, seeing that moving up quite nicely now. And that's it. Just those 3 trades still. I'll pause for now and I'll give you an update if I take any other trades. Okay, seeing a big move on this pound now. Pound US dollars hit my take profit. I'm not sure what the pips were on that. I'll have a look in a minute. Pound Japanese yen, I'm going to start following this up now. I'm locking in just below that 20 level there, giving me 17 pips. So I'll leave that there for now. See if this run continues, and so in fact what I'm going to do is pull that back just a touch to 12 pips, giving me a 1-to-1 risk to reward if that trade pulls back. I want to give it a bit of room to breathe. You know what it's like if that pulls back just below that 20 level and then starts to take off again and hits my price stop. It's a very strong move at the moment, so I want to give that a little bit of room to breathe. And New Zealand dollar, US dollar, not really doing a great deal at the moment, so this is purely about the pound that's moving these up now. Okay, I'll pause again and I'll be back soon. Back again to show you this other trade that I've taken now, US dollar, Canadian dollar. That's come through an entry point and looking for further downside movement on this. I've sold this one. And so let's see where we are with these others. Pound Japanese yen is holding above that 20 at the moment. US dollar, Canadian dollar, just hovering around that entry point. Need to see that move out of that area where it is right now, otherwise I'm going to need to punch out of that if it doesn't start showing a little bit of profit soon. And New Zealand dollar, US dollar still holding above that entry point, which was just below the 20 level. Okay, that's where we are for now, and I'll be back soon with an update. Okay, back to show you this US dollar, Canadian dollar. It actually held just outside of the, just slightly in profit from where I took that trade. So I'm hanging on to that for the time being, can stick with that for another candle. And the other trade is the pound Japanese yen. You can see I've locked in 20 pips on that now, moving my price stop up to the 20 level there. So I'll just hang on to that where it is at the moment, looking for it to make that final burst up towards 50, and I'll be done for the day if that happens. So that's it really, just those 3 trades still. New Zealand dollar, US dollar, still not doing a great deal on that one. And US dollar, Canadian dollar, just about hanging in there. And pound Japanese yen, looking for that final burst on that. So I took 30 pips on the pound US dollar trade that I had just now. Okay, I'll pause for now and I'll be back soon. Okay, we've just seen this pound Japanese yen pushing back down here, spiked down, and it hit my price stop, giving me 20 pips on that. Let's see how these other trades are doing. US dollar, Canadian dollar, just very slightly in the red there, and New Zealand dollar, US dollar showing some profit on that. So I'm in 2 minds whether to actually call it a day, have a nice early day, taking a reasonable profit for a nice quick early session. I'm just going to flick through these charts, give them a few more minutes, and make a decision as to whether I'm going to call it a day today. Back soon. Okay, decision made. I'm going to actually finish these off, come out of these trades and just have a nice early day with a reasonable profit for the time that I've been trading. So let's just take these 2 trades off. And that's it, I'll flat the market. I'll be back in a few minutes with an update and to give you a summary of the pips that I've made. So I'll just quickly run through these numbers, show you the pips that I took today. Time now is 13:57, so it's a nice short New York session today. So New Zealand dollar, US dollar, you can see where I got in there as it came through an entry point. Took this long, making just 8 pips on that, punched out of that when the pound trades actually took profit. So 8 pips on the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. US dollar, Canadian dollar. Took this as it came through an entry point and just punched out of that, taking 2 pips on that. Didn't really move outside of that area too much, but managed to get 2 pips on the US dollar, Canadian dollar. Pound Japanese yen. Saw this initial move here. Price started to really take off and push on this candle just here. I took this on a Momo. Took it long, looking for further upside movement on a momentum trade. Price came back on the next candle, stopping me out, losing me 12 pips. So it was minus 12 pips I was down on this. Saw this come back through an entry point, jumped straight back on it, and you'll see in the video I pushed my price stop up, locking in 20 pips on this, and on this candle here you can see that spike down here, hit my price stop as if the broker was looking at where my price stop was. Damn him. But giving me plus 20 pips, so overall plus 8 pips on the pound Japanese yen. And the last of the trades that I took is pound US dollar. Again, saw this momentum candle here, price really racking up. I took this long initially here. You can see price pulled back on that second candle, exactly the same as the pound Japanese yen, giving me a full stop, losing me 10 pips on that. It was minus 10 pips. Got in on a re-entry on this, set my take profit up at 80, and this next candle just pushed straight up right through that 80 level, giving me plus 30 on that second trade. So I ended up with plus 20 on the pound US dollar. And so the roundup is trades taken 6. I won 4 of those trades, lost 2, giving me a net total of 37 pips, and that equates to 1.51% profit on my capital. Okay, please remember to hit subscribe, and if you'd like to find out more about the way that we trade at the Price Action Traders Institute, you can go to my website www.uk2asia.com. You'll find out more details there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.